Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to the European Session Brief. We're on Thursday the 6th of April 2023, just gone past 8 AM here in Europe. Let's have a look at markets, some of the headlines and how we're set up for the session ahead here in Europe. Some of the headlines continue to be around Credit Suisse. Top Credit Suisse executives will have outstanding bonuses cancelled or cut by up to half in a step ordered by the Swiss government, followed by the state-backed takeover by UBS. A wave of cash ploughing into the safest of money market mutual funds has only just begun, with as much as another 1.5 trillion US dollars set to enter over the next year. That's according to research done by Barclays. Coffers of government-only money funds, which invest just in securities with virtually no credit risk, such as treasury bills and repurchase agreements, have already ballooned since fears of a banking crisis erupted last month. BlackRock, the world's largest money manager, was hired as an advisor to help the US government arrange the sale of $114 billion in securities that were held by failed lenders Signature Bank and SVB. The asset manager will conduct the sales of $27 billion US dollars in securities from Signature and $87 billion from SVB, the FDIC said yesterday. The holdings are mostly agency mortgage-backed securities, collateralized mortgage obligations and commercial MBS. As you can see, nothing really market moving on the headlines this morning. Yesterday, the highlight was the ADP, so the private payrolls. They rose by 145,000 in March, well below expectations, and you can read a little bit about that inside the news feature of the TradeViewX platform. Again, just looking at the headlines today inside the news, there's nothing really that stands out there that we should be digging into further this morning. Looking at the calendar for the session ahead, we've got industrial production out of Germany. It's probably the highlight. Again, not expecting it to be something which is market moving. In fact, that should have just come out actually over the past 10 minutes or so, and it looks like we've got a 2% increase and a 0.6% increase year on year. So relatively positive signs there for the German economy. That is for industrial production in the German economy, not as a whole. It's just one of the categories that we might look at. Again, not expecting it to be having much influence on the movement of the DAX today, and as you can see, data already come out and we're still trading in a very thin range so far today. So the DAX has had a pretty interesting week so far. If you look at the that reversal bar, well, we've got the long wick to the upside. If I just put this on a candlestick for a second, this is the long wick that I'm talking about, and usually when you get these big wicks, you do see some reversals coming back through, and that's basically what we've had after we took out that low. Pretty nice setup for a nice breakout trade to the downside and just finding some support out at 15,520. A continuation of this move could be seen if we get a move below yesterday's low. We'll also be taking out that 15,520 horizontal support level, and that could see a follow through down and a fade basically of some of that movement we saw late last week on the DAX, where we shot to the upside. And basically, we continue that range trade. We were stuck in it for some time. The banking crisis hit. Now we're back into this area that we were spending a good few weeks in, to say the least. Staying in equities for a second, we've got the FTSE here. FTSE yesterday's low basically at 76.30, one of the levels that we've had on here and now. We've basically got a case of an inside bar. So that's Tuesday's daily bar, that's Wednesday's. Now we're on to Thursday. You can see the high and the low within that one. I've done several trading talks on inside bar breakouts. One of my favourite types of strategies. We've got momentum to the upside, so I'd favour a breakout to the upside, especially after yesterday's daily bar closed higher. But as you can see, there's nothing going on at all in the trade so far. And a break through 77.10, possibly because we've got got that momentum, had the inside bar, bit of consolidation. Let's see if we can trade that breakout at least into the high of that the previous daily bar, which would be around just above the 77.10 area. The cable has been one of the biggest movers of the week so far, I would say. Just had a pause to that rally yesterday, but I did highlight inside yesterday's session brief after breaking through the highs to basically new 10-month highs. So I'm talking about the high from December, highs from earlier on this year, and that was coming through at around 124.45. Basically needed to hold above that. I was suggesting, would this would this move just run out a bit of steam? It's kind of what we've got. And again, just to highlight, like on the FTSE, we do have an inside bar set up on the cable here. So yesterday's daily bar within the previous one. So again, you might just look to trade the breakout of that to the upside, especially if we get through the 125.25 level, which was the high from Tuesday. But we are set up for we are just edging lower ahead of the European Open. The euro. The euro also giving back the previous daily gains. You can see here back below 1.0940. Where do we go from here? The euro has been a little bit choppy, but nevertheless still just grinding higher as we move towards that the yearly high of its own, which is 110.30. So the euro just lagging a little bit behind the cable at the minute in terms of testing and breaking its yearly high, and we've still got a bit of work to get there in the first place. If we want to get there, then firstly we need to see 1.0870 hold, and if that doesn't, then you'll be looking for moves back down to 1.08. But the important thing here is we have been putting in high lows, high low. Can we get another in around 1.0870 and then look to push up higher? That's something that I'll be watching after we did be able to break that double top high and get through to a new high at 1.0970 yesterday. I think that's pretty much it, guys, from my end. Just double checking my notes. We've got the Masters, the first men's golf major of the year, aside from financial markets here. That's starting at Augusta National Golf Club through till Sunday. But yeah, enjoy that if you are trading and watching your algorithms or positions run. I'll be in touch inside the chat room. Thanks for listening and all the best with your trading. Bye for now.